Okay, YouTube, I got a microphone, so I decided to make a quick tutorial on how to make a build server function for your rat. And before we get started, you have to know the syntax for a function in VB. If you know how to use the split function, then you can probably skip ahead a little bit in the video. Hold on. Okay, the split function is a string parsing method that's built in the VB. It's pretty easy to use, and it allows you to split a string into sections. Basically what I'm going to do here is split the text in this text box with a comma as my delimiter. Okay. Here's how you use it. The expression is a string that you want to split, and we're going to split the text box.text, and the delimiter is what we're going to split it by. We're going to split it by a comma, and that's all we need. This is how you use the split function. This will split every section of the string that's separated by a comma into a new variable. Now, to do it this way, the string would need to be an array, and you know what? I'll do that for now. Okay. So next, I'm going to say message box, and I'm going to display the second section of the string separated by a comma, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. I'm going to run it. I'm going to type in some random strings and a comma, and then something else, and then another comma. Now, when I press this button, it's going to show me this part of the string here. See? And if I were to change this to 0, it would show me the first part of the string. So it'll show me this part here. Now, another way you can do this is if you get rid of the array and you specify which section of the string you want right here. So I could say 0, and it'll always split by the first, but I'll make it 3. So it takes the third. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's how you use the split function, and that's probably the main function that we're going to be using. That's it with that. Okay, now on to the builder. This project right here is going to represent the builder, and this one will represent the server or stub. First, what you need to do is you need to open the server for binary, and I'll write the code for that real quick. Okay, this will open the stub if it's in the same directory and called stub.exe. For binary as number 1. I'm going to make a string real quick. Okay. Now we need to create a buffer and get the binary data from stub.exe. So we're going to dump all of the binary information from stub.exe into this string variable. And first we need to create a buffer. That creates the buffer. Whoops. That will create the buffer. And then we need to get the binary information. Okay. And then we're going to put it back in. And then after that, we're going to add a delimiter. Now, instead of using a comma, which would be a little bit too common, we're going to use a string. And instead of one character, we're going to use a bunch. So for now, I'll just use we're going to use this string here to split it later, and I'll show you how to do that later. But we're going to put all of these strings at the end of the file, and the same way. We're going to say put and text1.text, and then our delimiter, whatever. So this will write all of the information in these text boxes at the end of this stub. Okay. So now this is going to be the stub. So this is going to have all the information written to the end of it. And what we're going to do is when the form loads, it's going to open itself for binary, and then it's going to look at its own binary information and then find the settings that we saved to it. So all we needed for this one was our own binary information. We don't need to put anything back. We're done with that. All we need is the stub's binary information. We have that. So now we're going to split the binary information since we put it in there. Now we're going to split it by the same delimeter. So I'm going to copy this, and we're going to use the split function again. Okay, so now we're going to say text1.text, which is the SIN, which was the first thing that we put in, or the first setting that we put in. It's equal to split. Okay, so it's going to split its own binary information by this, which is our delimeter, and we want to get this setting here, text1.text. So that would be the this is 0 and this is 1. That will be the first. Okay. Now text2.text. That should do it. So now I'm going to compile this exe, and I'm going to compile this exe. And here they are. I think, there we go. Here they are. I'm going to put the stub and the server in the same directory. You can change the code for opening it if you want. Okay. So now when you execute the builder, for SYN I'm going to type in 192.168.1.1. For the port, let's say 5, and the password is going to be password. Then you just hit build. And although it didn't look like it did anything, it actually put our settings at the end of this file, and I can show you that right now actually. If you open it in Notepad, you see a bunch of weird binary crap, and if you go to the end here, you'll see right here our delimeter and the settings that we put in it. So now the settings are at the end of the stub or server file. So now wherever this goes, the information will go with it. And if we double click on it, damn. So now if we click on it, it'll read all of the information. Okay. Now this didn't work the first time. I'm probably going to cut that part out, but it didn't work the first time because we forgot to say, or I forgot to put as string at the end. You need to specify that this is a string. That's all I did wrong. But anyways, if we were to recompile this, make sure it's the right file name, and then replace it, you could do it again with different settings. Like I could put anything I want in here. Hit build, then it'll change the makeup of this file, and it'll be able to split it and read it like this. And that's how you make a build server function. Thanks for watching.